Hi, my name is Madison Lynn, and for the play project, me and my group decided we were going to do a Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm over the costume design, so I decided to show you what I came up with. So here's just the title page. So I just did the 4 characters, so Red Riding Hood, the grandma, slash the wolf. I kept it kind of practical there, and then the woodsman. So I'll show you. So these are just some of the original costumes. So you see here, like a very naive young girl. Maybe this helps. Little Red Riding Hood. She's in like a cute little dress. Like some ballet flat shoes. Little hair braid. She just looks, like I said, a good word I feel like is perfect for her role as like a naive, innocent young girl. And then obviously you have the Mr. Wolf over here. And then these are some people who did it as obviously like a musical. So we have like Grandma, Mom, I forgot her name, sorry, Woodsman, Wolf, all the original characters. Okay, so for Red Riding Hood, let me get a little bit closer. You can see it's kind of like washing out a little bit. Okay, maybe hold it right here. So my first thought was thinking like practical, like if this happened in real life, and if I were Little Red Riding Hood and I was gonna walk through the woods to go to my grandma's house, I would probably wear like a matching like athletic outfit if I'm like trekking through the woods. But then I'm like, okay, let's keep it cute here, like Little Red Riding Hood. So I put her in this blue matching set because those are like very trendy right now. I have a million in my closet. All the girls are wearing the matching sets. So I have this like tank top, and it's kind of giving like businesswoman because I want her to like look a little less naive and more like older, even though I know her character is younger. But we're using our imagination here. So I have this blue matching set for her, and it has like buttons right here, pockets. You never know, she might need to carry her pocket knife, her like a little handkerchief, hair bow, whatever. And then this is just looking very classy. And then obviously to keep the Red Riding Hood, I have decided to put her in a puffer jacket. Now I know you're thinking like, okay, if she's wearing a skirt, like she probably doesn't need to be wearing a puffer jacket, but I just feel like the cape was not trendy, not really cute. Like it's totally for the OG, way back when. But like if I'm revamping it, I want her in a red puffer jacket. As you can tell, this one's on a child, but like imagine it on her in this outfit. So red puffer jacket with the hood obviously that zips up because it's got to be able to be taken off if she decides she wants the wolf to eat her. Yeah, and then I'm also thinking, so these are like Doc Martens, but any brand obviously works for her. If I, like I said, keeping practical here, if I am, trekking through the woods to grandma's house, I don't think ballet flats, they might be very comfortable, but you gotta think there's a chance of like snakes, all kinds of bugs, mud, sticks, anything on the ground. So I decided to go with some boots that have like, a little bit of heel, not like a heel that's like hurts to walk in, but a heel that is comfortable and kind of gets you off the ground a little bit. And then I have obviously the basket, of course. I just thought this one was really cute and it fits like her vibe with the red and the bows. I just thought this one was cute, perfect for whatever she needed to carry to and fro grandma's house. So next I have Grandma and Wolf, and I know there's not a lot on them, but my thoughts with these two characters were there's not really much I wanted to change. Like there's not really much I wanted to revamp, because when I think like Grandma sleeping in the woods, I'm thinking, she's in a nightgown. So obviously I have 2 older women here in their nightgowns, sipping their tea, maybe they're sipping their chamomile tea, whatever they're up to, and then their little slippers, just chillaxing at their house. And then I also wanted to add these hair rollers because I think like if grandma's just chilling at the house, she's probably got her hair ready, so she can go get breakfast with her friends tomorrow. So definitely not much I changed with this character. You know, grandma's laying at home. That's really all I have. So just the same old. Okay, so with the wolf costume, I couldn't find that one that wasn't scary. So I just decided to put this one in and explain in words what I thought. And I'm thinking for the wolf that he doesn't need to look scary. I think in order for a young girl who's already been told about bad wolves, to encounter, you know, just a small moment with him, I feel like he needs to kind of look sweet and inviting and friendly. So I think like all the normal, like if you type in like wolf outfits, they have like blood dripping down, they have like these enlarged teeth, and they just like super scary and super mean. But I feel like at least for the beginning, like their first interaction, he needs to look like genuine, and he doesn't need to look super scary. So I think like if you're putting this outfit on a human, keep like super light makeup on the face, not super like gory, a chill, you know, this one has the flannel on, but I mean, obviously like wolves don't wear clothes, but wolves don't talk either. So I definitely just think something, you know, like I said, like again, the word I've been using, practical. I just think let's change the face up a little bit, make him look sweeter, more inviting, because if I was a little girl and I saw a wolf that could talk, I'm not going to go up to one, and there's two, I'm not going to go up to the one that looks mean and evil. I'm going to go up to the one and be like, oh my god, such a cute puppy, like I want to pet him. Like that's what I'm thinking for this interaction. And last but not least, we have the woodsman, you know, same old little lumberjack over here. So this is the vibe. It's just, you know, if you think, close your eyes and think lumberjack, you think like flannel, pants, boots. So that's the vibe I kept. Obviously, again, not a character I wanted to change too much, because I feel like a normal like woodsman out in the woods doesn't need to look any different. That's just my thoughts. So just the same old, have him in a flannel, because like I said, there wasn't much revamping with these past three characters, which I'm sorry, I know the point was to kind of like revamp it, but I just honestly did not have any ideas of how to revamp them, and I didn't really want to revamp them. I felt like their characters needed to stay the same for practical reasons and for just made sense to my brain. So I feel like him just being in the woods, he doesn't need to look any different. So I have him in some Carhartt work pants. These have like pockets. They have like loops on the pants. A toboggan, you know, keep his head safe. I'm sure he's a bald guy with a beard. Keep his head safe. These work boots, you know, same as Red Riding Hood. She's trekking through the woods. She doesn't need to be wearing like ballet slippers. Ballet flats is what they're called. She needs to be in something that like is practical for marching through the woods, you know, stepping over sticks, stomping on snakes, kicking a branch in half, whatever. And the flannel, you know, keep his arms protected, something lightweight. Yeah, okay. So that is my costume design. Really only changed Red Riding Hood because I felt like that's the only one that like spoke out to me that needed to be changed. The other three kept them very practical. My word of this whole video. Yeah.